Snakeo here with another custom figure review. This time I've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Michelangelo, the party dude, so to speak. This is going a follow-on to my other reviews which I've just recently done from my custom tales. And again, this was my first actual attempt at doing this custom idea, and you know, here he is. Again, another really nice representation. My only real gripe about this figure that I've done right now is the paint. I'm not happy how vibrant his paint is. Well, I say I'm not happy. I do like it. I just would prefer something a bit duller, but I don't have any other colours. And I did go to a few shops and I just couldn't find the right colour I was looking for. It would do for now, but I think I will give him a repaint if I can find the right colour I'm looking for. Anyway, moving on. He was the first one to be assembled, but he was, I think, the last one to actually, no, second to last one to actually be painted and finished. Donatello was the last one, ironically. And like the other two, he has some extra weapons, so we're spinning around. Yeah, look at all that. I thought I'd give him some sticks, you know, because he likes using his nunchucks, so I figured maybe sticks would be a bit of an extension. And I've managed to give him a really decent Kurosari Gama. And the only way I know that, the only reason I know what that's called is because of the Out of the Shadows game. The biggest problem I had was actually trying to figure out where to put all of his chain, but I managed to finally figure out a plan. He is very simply wrapped around these two sticks here, so you can take out the nunchucks individually, which I will actually do now. I've been having some problems with these nunchucks, and I will explain in due process. And as I said to you in my previous video, the varnish is not great, so expect lots of paint chipping to come off. As you can see, they have chains, baby. One nunchucky. Pop. Yeah, that was actually one of the biggest problems I had. I cut off the plastic and I put a groove inside the little, I don't know if I can actually show you. I put a groove in there and then I glued this chain into there. Same on that one, and then I pinched them shut so they got a nice snug fit. And then it ended up gluing, the glue dripped and it just glued them all shut, and at one point I had like only one chain link moving, so I had to break it apart, which then popped it out, and it's just like, yeah. And this happened quite a few times, but I finally narrowed it down, finally got resolved, and then yeah, look how cool they look. On these ones, I'm not going to take these ones out, I looked in the series, and if I get his hand, you see, like the nunchuck's like twice the size of his hand. In the actual animated series, the nunchuck he holds them and they're only about that big. They're not much bigger than his hand. So I tried to actually cut one down and make it look that big, and it just looked terrible, and it was very weak, and that unfortunately had to be thrown away. Which then means I was half a nunchuck short. So then what I did, I took the Kurogari Sama, and then put that onto here, which is why if you look on this one here, it's a bit gluey. And then I remade this from, I think it was actually the nunchuck from this series. I can't actually remember, but I had the blade and it looks really cool, and I will show you that. He holds these, still holds these just the same as the old one, but I will show you quickly. And again, the paint will probably strip off when I do this, but as I've said, I'm not that worried. I'm going to repaint these when I get some more varnish. But they're chainy babies, so you can actually go wah, 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 wah. If I bring that out. Yeah, see, lost a bit of paint just there. He also has these here, which were actually, if I remember rightly, these were Donatello's staff from the NECA series. And now I'm just going to pull these out, and this should actually make the chain drop, but I'll show you that in a bit. But, you know, he can hold these really well. So that's pretty cool. So he's got some alternative weapons besides just the nunchucks. So I think that's pretty cool. Because as I said in my Leonardo video, these guys, ninjas have more than one weapon. So there's no reason why these guys should only have the one. Yeah, the classic tales only do have one, but you know, that's like a bit of a liberty, which I'm sticking to my convictions. And then finally, here's Kurosari Gama. Now, the way I get this in here is have to feed it through. It's not exactly ideal quick release for a ninja, but you know, pull that through and then pull that through, and you just reverse that, and then once you get it through, you just wrap it round. I just wrap it round the two wooden bits. But I've given him a massive chain, and when I say massive, that's a good 8, maybe 10 inches long. So that's really nice, you know. So it's just not got this little squiggly bit that's about that long. It's really big, so you can actually display it wrapped around. You can hold it, and then I can wrap this around his hand, and he can hold this, you know. So that is pretty funky. Or I could display it with this thrown around someone, you know. It's when my sister's kids play with these, which they will inevitably do. They can actually have fun. Now the chain, I'm kind of sorry to say, and it makes me sad to say this, but I used Kratos' chain from my Play Arts Kai figure, because I wasn't using the chain actually on the Play Arts Kai figure, because I didn't like them. They were just hanging around, and I didn't like that. So I figured I'd put them on this, and if I don't like them, I can always take them off. It's not really a big deal. They're only glued on, and it won't be hard to get them off if I wanted to. But again, I think that looks really nice. I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. And yeah, really happy with how this guy looks. I've painted all the little stitching and all the little bandages. They've all got the same colour bandages. They're not different like they are in the animated series. But he's got a little tail. But I think, again, it's really nice. Michelangelo is the smallest of the figures, and as I showed you with my intro video, a simple Marvel Legends figure just towers these guys. But that's something I wanted for this scale, because turtles are small, and you know, they are small, so I think it looks really cool, and I think I'm just so happy with how these guys have come over. Articulation head is on a ball peg, so you can go up to there, down to there, full 360 around. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to scrape on the back of the shell. Shoulders on a ball disc, so they can go up really high on Michelangelo. They've all got individual torsos, so they're slightly different in little ways. Full 360 degrees around. Bicep rotation, full 360 degree. Single cut elbow, about 90 degrees, and a cut on the wrist. Nothing in the torso, nothing in the waist. He has T-cut hips. He's got a Spartan kick. You have to kind of lift this little shell flap up a bit to there, and a split kick of that. No rotation in Mike. I actually glued his before I did this custom, unfortunately. Double knee of that, and nothing in the ankle. As I said in my previous videos, I didn't want to ruin the look of the way these guys looked, and it would done if I tried to customize a joint in there. It would have been pointless having this lower part. But I think they look really cool. Just do a quick little battle pose to end the video. Nunchaka. You give me your opinion. What do you think? Do you think they look good or worse without the extra weapons? I really like them, you know. I think they look pretty funky. Yeah, you know, I've tried to keep them a bit raw. So basically, he does still have like sticks. You know, they do live in sewer, so they wouldn't have access to like mass amounts of weaponry. So it is something relatively and realistically that they could have if these things were alive, obviously. But anyway, guys, that's my custom Michelangelo review. Let me know what you think. Please leave comments below. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video. Later, guys.